just enjoyed some of the music you just heard. We're here sitting with the lovely Marissa, and we were talking about some of the things that inspired her as an artist as well as an individual. And so, with that same thought in mind, I want to know kind of what is your goal as an artist? You know, what do you want people to know most about you?
I would like people to know that I'm a live. I consider myself best in a live performance setting. The music that I play is certainly not popular at this point, but I'm going to also go ahead and say it's not unpopular. I think a lot of the general public in this country just aren't aware of it, and I sort of feel a responsibility to make people aware of it, and that's what I'm doing, using sounds of today, using instruments of long ago, but also that are becoming more and more modern. My goal is to make people become aware of all the different types of music out there, but also that instrumental music, it's not all about vocalists.
Basically, I mean, when it comes to you as an artist, your artistry, we all set out to do certain things, to accomplish certain things, to reach certain heights. What is it for you that, you find deep down within yourself to be your ultimate goal? Or what do you want, people to pretty much know about you?
My ultimate goal as a musician is to share the music that I'm making as it develops, and really make people aware of instrumental music. I of course love singers and rappers and vocalists of all kinds. The music that I do obviously is centered more around instrumentalists and featuring the violin, and I really want to make the public in this country especially aware of all that instrumental music has to offer. In other countries, in Europe, for example, in countries where I'm playing a lot of this music from, they have an extreme appreciation for instrumental music. Even today, young, old, just the culture appreciates instrumental music, and I don't, and it's just not the case in this country, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but obviously it also shows that there's a certain amount of awareness that isn't there for all different types of instrumental music, and it's important to me, and obviously to my career. It's what I've made my life goal is to be a musician, so to share that with as many people as possible is absolutely what I'm trying to do. And my personal goals, as far as doing that, would be to be on a different stage in a different country, different city, different continent each night. I'm going to go ahead and say I'm absolutely addicted to touring. I was exposed and experienced to it, had experiences with it at a very, very young age 14, and I've never wanted to stop. And I'm always looking for opportunities with other artists, but of course also on my own, to continue touring and traveling and sharing with everyone in the world.
And just to piggyback off of what you said about being addicted to touring, or more importantly, just that being what you want, ultimately, that's what we want to do as musicians. We want to do it as much as possible and share it with as many people as possible to, we already have a sense of confidence within ourselves as musicians, especially once we've been doing it for a certain amount of time. We know that, at least we think we know that we're pretty good, and so it's nothing more satisfying, just speaking personally as a musician myself, there's nothing more satisfying than getting the opportunity to share my gift, because then ultimately it is a gift, and sharing that with the world. Music gives, people it taps into an emotion. And you know, we're not responsible for exactly how it affects people, but you know, we hope it affects them in a positive way. But just being able to affect them in general is an amazing thing because everyone does not have that gift.
No, and even when you, no matter how small or large an event may be, maybe there are two people in a room listening to you who have paid to see you play, and they're, for example, they're dancing. Well, they're dancing to you. You know, you've made them do that. You've brought that that urge for them to do that, and that was all you, or the unit you're a part of. What you know, and so that's the element that I think is really important, and that people really deserve to know everything that's out there. And in a lot of ways, you know, we're very limited, and certain genres are limiting, and they don't have to be. You know, music shouldn't be. It should be the most free part of life, really. So, you know, the sharing is really the ultimate goal for any musician.
Right, and kind of, you know, just tapping into the discussion we were having off camera during the break. You know, music is the universal language. So people all over the world appreciate some form of music. And going back to what you said about making people aware of your specific instrument, being the violin, yes, you consider it, you know, an old or an ancient instrument because it is. It's been around forever, and it may not be the most popular in today's society, but I think it's important to, you know, make people aware of, you know, violin, because when people, this is my personal opinion, this doesn't mean it's so, but I think when people think of the violin, they think slow, and they may think boring.
Of course they do, and they think Mozart and they think Beethoven, who've been dead for 1 billion years, and you know that's the general thought that happens with violin, and honestly, you know, that's true. It's fine and it's true, and it's one way to think about it, because that was a music for violin for hundreds of years and it's still around. At the same time, instruments and music develop, and that's really what we're doing here. And don't get me wrong, I love classical music. I love Mozart and Beethoven, and probably a whole slew of other composers that people would consider, you know, just really hard to comprehend, and that's fine. At the same time, I'm trying to make music that people do comprehend, that people want to dance to. And it really doesn't matter to me if it makes the violin look, you know, better, cool, you know, whatever. All I want is for people to be exposed to a type of music that moves them, and that's really the ultimate goal for me.
Sweet. So, we're definitely going to give, you know, the people just a small glimpse of, you know, what it is that you do playing the violin. But before we do that, I want you to tell the people how they can find you. You know, if you have any social media links you'd like them to be able to visit, or you know what.
No,
if
got
you
nothing. I'm never.
Okay, well, she has nothing, ladies and gentlemen. Basically, she's been.
You know what I do have are your sunglasses that I stole.
Check this out, right? So we're on break, we're talking, and you know, I walk away for a second. And
I act like I'm interested. I'm like,
And she steals my sunglasses. So how do we look? I don't know. Do we look cool?
I think we look cool.
I think we look cool too.
I mean, I know I look cool in the reflection of those glasses.
All right, so at least one of us looks cool because it's all about RGTV, baby. No, but you know, really quick, where can people find you? What do you have going on? Do you have any shows? You know, tell us about what's happening right now for you.
You know, it's been really busy actually. I just got done with about 4 or 5 shows in New York. Coming up at the moment, I've got a number of things in the works, but I'm generally doing a lot of New York dates, so definitely you can stay posted through my website, marissalicata.com. That's MarissaLicata. marissalacotta.com. It's got my tour schedule, appearances, and upcoming shows. And then, of course, social media. Instagram, I'm Marissa Licata. Twitter, I am MLicata Official. And what's the other one? Facebook, that's right. I'm Marissa Licata there as well. They told me I can't accept any more personal friends, so you're just gonna have to.
You hot stuff.
So you're just gonna have to go ahead and like the fan page, but definitely check me.
You can be a fan. You can't be a fan.
Yeah, you're gonna be a fan. But you can. I guess you can message me, and we'll be friends. No, for sure, message me. You can definitely contact me, but Marissa Licata. MarissaLicata.com, and you can reach all of those social sites through that.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure, please, to tune in to her, follow her. She's an incredible violinist. I've had the pleasure of playing not only with her, but just listening to her, and she's definitely extremely talented. And actually, we're going to take a small break, but when we come back, you're just going to get a little glimpse of what it is she does. So, you are tuned in to the RGTV show.
How can I